Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fifth Road Spirit. I am here with your weekly tarot and oracle card reading. Wow, sorry. So I sat down. This is actually my second recording, but I feel there's something different with this space. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I just have this weird feeling that there's something here with me, which is fine. Um, just gonna work with it. Okay. The wind is blowing pretty hard right now. It's just crazy that well, I know it's 11 o'clock, but in my brain it's still 10 o'clock. So, yeah, daylight savings times. Okay, sorry, I'm rambling. Welcome back to Fifth Road Spirit. I am here with your weekly tarot and oracle reading for the week of November 2nd. It's a big week here in the United States, of course, but globally, this is pretty important time to be alive. And I feel like a lot of my friends and family are just, holding their breath, seeing how this is all gonna turn out and play out. And yeah, it's a very important election coming up. So let's go ahead and just gonna do some breathing, center myself, calm. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and set a little bit of sacred space here. Get a circle going, circle of protection, sacred circle. So let's see. I am going to go with the Rider-Waite Tarot for this week's reading. Honor the past, right? Okay. I call on my divine enlightened, I call on my divine masters and teachers. I call on my ascended and enlightened ancestors. That wind is, ooh, buddy. And I call on the elements of air, fire, water, earth. And I also call on the fifth spirit, the spirit that unites them all, to come into this reading with a message for the collective for the week of November 2nd, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, Spirit, can you give us some cards, some guidance for the collective? Okay, for the week of, thank you, November 2nd. Can you give us some guidance, a message for the week of November 2nd for the collective? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay, so what we've got out here, we've got Justice, we've got the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the reading first. Just trying to try out something different and have some guidance, draw that card really quickly, but let's go ahead. Interesting. So the first card out is the Justice card. Let me set that up so you can read it, see it. So, of course, if you've been with me in the last month or two, the Justice card is part of the Major Arcana, and it also stands for the sign of Libra. So you could be dealing with the Libra, or the story here could be about a situation finding balance, a situation finding, well, as the card itself says, justice. Um, Now, if you're not dealing a with a legal situation, um, or something with the law, you could be finding a way internally to bring something into balance. So something might be coming to light that needs, I want to say justice, but I mean, because it is the justice card, but it needs to be dealt with. There are things that are hidden that have come to light and that have affected, um, things outside of you. Or there could be even something that you're dealing with internally that is now coming to your something that you've been dealing with on a subconscious level is now coming to the conscious level of your mind, like to the it's coming up for dealing with. So if there is something that is finding its way from that back corner room of your mind or of your spirit or of your psyche, it's coming forward so that you can learn to integrate it into your life, um, and balance it out. So a lot of times, yes, this is a card about legal situations and dealing with the law, but it could also be about finding balance in something that has come forward, finding a way to balance that situation. Now, the next card out is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, it's the first card out of the Wands suite. So this is a new beginning, a new, and when I say new beginning, it's a new beginning with the suite of the wands, the suit of wands. I call it sweet suit. um, Ace of Wands is this is of course, the hand is coming out from the cloud. This is an offer, a divine offer, a divine blessing for a new passion, for a new awakening, for it's very much this, being it, okay, it's very much, I'm laughing because I'm 12 inside, but this is actually, you're being injected with a new passion, um, or you could be getting a a new sense of self, a new sense of your own self love. Um, yeah, because when we think of the thing that is coming up to the surface here, looking for balance, sometimes what is needed is compassion. And a lot of times, it's hard to think about, okay, I have this thing that has come into my conscience, into my consciousness, out of my, the depths of my subconscious, and it needs to be dealt with. And the thing is that, you can like rush in and, handle it, or you can have compassion. And a lot of times, yes, wands are about pure energy, pure passion, this is a fire energy. And if you think about someone who's a fire sign, like an Aries or a Leo, or I think Sagittarius is also fire. But these are people that like to rush in and get stuff done. Whereas, when you're dealing with something that needs this kind of gentle balancing, um, it there needs to be some compassion and some slowness in approach. So the Justice card is almost saying, be slow in approaching this. Even though you're being given passion, learn how to extend this passion like over time. Like learn how to extend that compassionate spirit over time. Last up, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is someone who is youthful, right? Could represent a child, but because this is the Page of Pentacles, this is also, if we think about it, it's almost as if this is the earth of earth, the thing that has come up and needs to be, quite honestly, needs to be acted upon, right? Even though it needs to be acted upon and done with some compassion, this is going to bring new resources. This is going to bring your dreams to life. This is almost as if you have taken that that thing that needed justice, that thing, that the idea that's come up out of you, and or the issue that you were dealing with on such a deep level has now come into the front of your mind, and you now have to deal with it, and you understand now how to manifest for yourself. And this is what the Page of Pentacles is doing here. Now, with the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, overall, I sense that this reading is about being able to cut to the heart of the matter very quickly. Now, for me, honestly, the Queen of Swords, and I've talked about this previously, the Queen of Swords to me represents the energy of a shaman. The Queen of Swords carries truth. The Queen of Swords, um, the Queen of Swords, her sword is brutal honesty. Her sword is the medicine that we need, and even the medicine we don't want, but the medicine that we need. And this this Queen of Swords, if you notice, this same sword, it's almost as if, the Queen of Swords is delivering the sword of justice to the sword of justice, right? Delivering this honesty into the hands of justice. And justice will sort this out. Justice will sort this honesty out. But she holds no bars. She is quick to cut. Because you can see here the Queen of Swords looking off of the card into the distance. And in this major arcana card of justice, justice is looking right at you, right out of the card. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't have time to be direct on you. She's looking at, what am I protecting here? What am I looking out for here? I'm looking out for everything else, right? Wow. So interesting. Not only that, the Queen of Swords, when I talk about the Queen of Swords being a shaman energy, I'm talking about someone who is um, Like this is a mature energy. So when I say shaman, this is someone who has been through the ringer, has been through the changes, has been through training, has been through the lowest of the spiritual lows, the highest of the spiritual highs, but definitely because the lows have they have these are people that are healers. These are people that have um, understood, they themselves have gone through the lessons, which is why they are capable of giving you this sword of honesty, communicating this honesty. Swords are air signs, but swords also represent communication, emails, things like that. But in the Queen of Swords, to me, it's this very much, this person who is like, I am delivering a truth to you. And it's almost as if this is your sense of, um, this is the truth that is coming out, your inner shaman that is coming out with this sword of truth and is presenting it to, it's coming out of your subconscious into your consciousness. And now it's like, hey, deal with it now. All right. Okay, just a second. My heat just came on. Hold on. Okay. So, because the Queen of Swords came up and there is a lot of shaman energy there, I'm going to pull a mystical shaman oracle card and see what truth is coming forward for you. All right. Spirit, my divine masters and teachers. My enlightened ascended ancestors. Spirits of air, fire, water, and earth. Of course, spirit that unites them all. The consciousness that unites them all. Do you have any guidance for us for this reading for the week of November 2nd for the collective? Spirit, do you have any? Oh, wow, that's a lot. But, you know what? I'm going to take the card on the top, the blade, and it came out reverse. Okay. Alright, let's see. Can you see that? No, it's too far on the screen. Okay. The blade in reverse. I'll go ahead and set the Queen of Swords next to it. Let's see. Here's. Alright. That is the number 6 card. Let me show it to you right side up so you know what it looks like right side up. The blade. Alright. Okay. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the Page of Pentacles here. And this Page of Pentacles is kind of like earth of earth, because pages are usually earth, but pentacles are also earth. So there is this idea of this grounding. All right, I'm going to continue without interrupting the guidance. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger and it will slash, stab, and kill. Wow. Guys, with this Justice card and the Queen of Swords, this is definitely you using compassion. There's an advisement here to use compassion, use that truth and compassion with this Ace of Swords here. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so the medicine. It's time to put down the sword and place it back in its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to the drama at hand. Set yourself free. Wow. Wow, yeah. Because with this Justice card and the Ace of Wands here, I'm definitely seeing put the sword away, right? Balance, find balance. And with this Ace of Wands, even though it's very much a passion, right? It's definitely also compassion. You want to act on things, but you cannot act on them in the way that you want to. You have to definitely find yourself in a grounding state. Ground your resources. Ground them, anchor your resources, and then pull out the sword of truth because you are now in that shaman mode and you understand when it's proper time to present this truth or wield this sword as the Queen of Swords. Okay, well, that is your reading for the week. I hope you have a wonderful and safe week. Remember, you know, use your swords wisely. Use your words wisely. Use your communication wisely. And when it's time, unsheathe your sword and use it. Okay? All right. Have a great week. Bye.